Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and watch this video free on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block, on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's basically all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and I can see the Trampster in the screen. Check it out. Looking beautiful there, mate. How's things?
Oh, thank you so much. Well, you must have your beer goggles on, my friends, again. I'm really good, thank you. I'm really hot, you know. It must be 30, 40 degrees in this room right now. I'm so hot. It's so muggy. How are you?
Mate, hot. I'm always hot. Hot and ready to go. Hot off the press. Got new information to get out there. All about Bitcoin.
Nice. Nice.
Which is why
I'm
today...
just letting everyone know we're doing this.
Yeah, mate, go for it.
Yeah. Yep. Which is why today... Don't leave me on the knife edge.
Yeah, today... Oh, mate, we've got 2 people watching. That might be me and you.
It's better than one.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see if we can get them to out themselves. Who knows? It might be Diddy tuning in. She's like, oh, what's going on? But yeah, we go. Welcome. We've got 3 people watching now. There is someone else in the room. There is someone else in here. That's pretty good. So today I have Tramp with me, and we are going to be going through his latest business, which is this BSV AppTesters. Because as we all know, there are going to be hundreds of thousands of apps, like literally coming to fruition almost at the same time. Maybe like not hundreds of thousands, but you know, in the future that's what it will be. Because the entire, everything that we know, everything that is digital will run on the Bitcoin blockchain because digital data is too precious to lose. And the BSV blockchain is the only blockchain which is the truly decentralized system that doesn't have a central point of failure that can just simply be turned off, because none of these other shitcoins understand what true decentralization really means. So only applications built on the BSV blockchain, like this BSV AppTesters, which the BSV AppTesters will be testing, is a safe model to go on. So Tramp, tell us all about it.
What an introduction. No one could do an introduction like you, Toshi. Thank you so much for your kind words there. Wow.
Oh, professional.
The lads who I'm working... Yeah, exactly. And the lads who I'm working with will be so pleased to hear that. Yeah, the app testers, Toshi. I mean, I spend a lot of my time just looking at Bitcoin apps. I love it. Same as yourself, you know. I can't stop using them. I use all of them. I use Twitch. I use Streamanity, Dimely.
How's Dimely going? I've not used that yet.
I went on there yesterday for the first time in about 2 or 3 days, and there was a list of about, I think it was 17 or 18 people. So it's growing. 18 people that were live using it. Usually there's only about 4 or 5. So there's a lot more new faces on there that are using it now.
I thought you were about to say 18 or 19 really cool. People wanting to speak to you. Can't wait to hear your voice. They're like, oh, where's Tramp? Yeah, we can pay to speak to him now. Great.
Yeah, it was £10 a minute, so no one bothered.
A little bit rich.
I thought it was a bargain, to be honest.
Oh, really? Hold on.
What's this, man? Ski Sunday?
Mate, that's Wimbledon.
Oh, no, of course it is. I thought it was Ski Sunday. Anyway, listen, right. So let me talk about the AppTesters, Toshi. Yeah. So spend a lot of time playing with loads of Bitcoin apps, Agora, Streamanity, Dimely, blah, blah, blah. I'm always on them, always using them. And a lot of the time I sort of give feedback to the people because I really want them to be successful. And just like you've just said a moment ago, I really support their businesses. So I think we've got such small resources at the moment. It's nice to sort of provide something where the businesses in this space hopefully feel like they've got a bit of support. Now, like what's interesting about the AppTesters is that all the people that have registered as testers are actually Bitcoin users because they've had to log in through Moneybutton, you see. Right. So the people are already, the people that are testing are already accustomed to looking at these apps just like I am, you know. And what you're getting, you can actually give results privately as well on there. So what we're getting at the moment is just really useful, very good, very honest feedback, which any business in the space would find of interest. Yeah. So
are you actually getting like apps effectively in beta phase or apps before they're even in beta, literally just wanting to be tested?
Yeah, great question. I mean, we can test features or we can test apps. Okay. So we've set it up in such a way where, so if a company was releasing a new feature, then they can actually do a feature test and see if that feature of their website or their app actually works. But if there's a new app that's coming through and they simply want to have a bit more confidence in releasing their app, say, for example, you're going for the hackathon or something like that, and you wanted to get, say, a fresh 100 eyes to look at your project and give it the once over, we can offer that. You know, businesses can set them things up on our website, or either through a test or through a bug report or for a feature test. It's really easy. It's on a drop-down box.
Right. And so have you got a network of decentralized testers? Because obviously you wouldn't want them colluding with each other. You want like independent results from each one that this app would be sent out to.
Yeah, it's all private, and people have to come onto the website to actually register to be a user. And so far, we've had about 60 people that are ready to test.
Nice.
Where we're struggling is the other way around of getting businesses to come on there and use the service, which is understandable because we're a new business and stuff. So,
but also their apps are probably still being built.
Yeah, some apps are still being built, quite rightly so. And that's why we sort of set it up for all the apps that are coming through. I think it's there's about 340 something I read the other day.
Wow.
And 0.9 coming out a day, Toshi, you'll be pleased to know. BSV Bitcoin apps, 0.9. That might be a week. Maybe you could find out that information. It's either a day or a week, but either way, it's very impressive.
Mate, it's, you know, I mean, even just, you know what makes me laugh is like when I see, I mean, you know, with this DeFi crap that's coming out at the moment, absolute bobbins, total bobbins. Like the amount of work that these people are wasting their time on, you know, is really quite shocking. That is all going to come onto BSV, so they will all be wanting to use services like yours.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, we're there to help any business that wants to succeed on Bitcoin BSV, Toshi. We want to provide intricate market research for the entire space as a whole. You know, we've got the facility to do that now. You know, we've just done a report for CoinGeek where we had 38 people answer 33 questions about CoinGeek, about the news source, you know, how they find it, you know, what their vibes are towards it. And this is very useful information, even for a business like CoinGeek, who can then use that if they like to, you know, perhaps change or shuffle things or spark ideas. You know, one of those things could lead on to, you know, loads of customers coming over from, say, CoinDesk or Cointelegraph or something like that. But we provide that for any business, Toshi. And what I really like about our website is that no one sort of understands this yet, but anyone can sort of turn themselves into a market research company on our website. Any individual, you don't have to belong to our business, or you don't have to have your own business. Anyone could pay for research. So say if you had a keen interest in market research and you wanted to, start a business for yourself, you could use BSV AppTesters, pay people for research, and then obviously, try and sell that research onto businesses who would find it useful. And in our we've got some features coming out shortly that will sort of help towards that as well. A bit like Shem the other day, I can't say too much. But, we've got features that will assist towards that type of economy. And yeah, we're hoping that we can just build up the whole people getting respected for their opinions. That's important, Toshi, here. You as a man who gives a lot of effort towards Bitcoin and towards communicating information that you've learned. In Bitcoin. Go on.
Yeah,
Bruce.
I was just going to say, what's really important about this app tester thing that you're doing is I bought www.buybsv.crypto the other day, and I can't use that domain name as a forwarding domain, or I can't even access it until I claim it on the Ethereum blockchain. And obviously, I don't hold any of that shitcoin. So I was trying to claim it by just sort of like following the instructions, and basically the instructions already assumed that you were a holder of Ethereum, because I think they're just assuming that everybody has that shitcoin, and it's just like, no, people who know that's a shitcoin don't bother holding it, and they're like, what do you mean it's a shitcoin? Blah 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 blah. But anyway, my point is, when I was going through all this rigmarole of setting up the two types of Ethereum wallets, linking them so I could swipe it to this domain that I had and everything else, the setup process was absolutely crap. Honestly, just total amateurs. I was furious, mate, and it made me appreciate just how good the likes of Money Button and Ryan X Charles is in their setup of Money Button. Honestly, so easy. Here's your private key. Here's the words. Put them in order. Click, 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 click. Done. Absolutely brilliant. Whereas doing this Ethereum one, yeah, they were like, oh right, enter your 14th word. Well, I mean there are 14 words anyway, but enter the 8th word. So then I've got to count which one is the 8th word. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's number 8. Then I had to type it in because I couldn't copy and paste it. And then it was like, oh, just the whole process infuriated me. I was like, this has not been thought out. Literally, it felt like it had been done by a relatively competent teenager, But it was nothing like, the professional kind of service that we're used to here on BSV. Literally nothing. So I think this is the kind of thing that your app testers is really going to test out. It's like people can say, look, this is crap. This is a stupid idea. I couldn't find where that went. This thing was just sending me around in circles. You need to upload your profile here, log on here, download it here. Oh, and now you need to log on again. Now you need to download it again.
What you're saying is reminiscent of the feedback we've had coming back when we've done research on various businesses, Toshi. So you're echoing some of the comments that we've heard. And those comments need to be taken seriously by businesses so they don't have the reaction of someone like yourself who thinks they're embarking on a very simple process and then ends up having to cost an arm and a leg to even just do something very straightforward, right?
Mate, I was furious.
So that would be a complaint as a user. Exactly. Now you're furious. So you're a furious customer now. So they've probably lost you, right? Most furious customers usually don't end up spending money, do they?
No, honestly,
So businesses need to sort of dig deep, especially in Bitcoin, if we think we're going to go all the way, which I think we are, Toshi, right? You think we are. We had that discussion.
Mate, it's not even a thought. Right? It's not even a thought.
But to assist us going all the way, BSV AppTesters want to step forward and help to iron out these things before it's too late. Because we all support each other, it's really difficult sometimes. Because take, for example, a business like that I really like using all the time. Let's just pick one. It's so difficult, man. There's about 10 in my head, but let's just say sym.re. Yeah, it's one that not a lot of people will use, but I use it almost every single day.
What does that do?
Now,
sym.re.
Okay, so when I'm sharing Tonic Power links, I put them onto sym.re, and then I swipe a money button, and what it does, it converts the Tonic Pow link into a link that doesn't look like it's come from Tonic Pow.
Oh, okay.
But it will still behave the same.
Nice.
Yeah. So the point I was going to make, Tosh, was because I love that business, or even something. I'll tell you what's a bit better example is Slictionary, right? I don't know if I can say too much about Slictionary, but I really, really, really like the concept, and I like the people behind it a lot as well, Toshi. The thing is, what I'm interested in is that I've got a bias towards it because I want it to work, right?
Mm.
But what we're finding is that when people are sort of giving this feedback privately, that bias goes out of the window. And businesses can sort of address questions in such a way where they can encourage people to be honest, and get the feedback that you're looking for. I was looking the other night, Tosh, Elon Musk was doing this talk and he was saying about getting feedback and stuff. And he was saying that some people find it difficult to receive. Yeah. And it will be the fault. It will be what costs many business in the space, not getting feedback. I was chatting to one of the wallet providers the other day, and he said, well, we don't really need BSV AppTesters here, Nick, for testing because we've got 8 sets of eyes that always look at this particular product, right? So thank you very much. And I left it a couple of days and I wrote back and I said, well, that's fair enough, but that's dangerous having the same 8 sets of eyes look at a product, especially if that's over the course of a year.
Need a fresh
you might
set of
miss stuff, Toshi. You're going to miss stuff. Things might go over your head. So I sort of replied that, well, we've got 100 sets of eyes that are unbiased, that want you to work, that want you to be successful, that will actually, in some cases, give their heart and soul to give you that feedback because they're so desperate for you to work. And because it's all on BSV, obviously, every single payment on our website, Toshi, when a business does some sort of questionnaire or something like that, at the end of the questionnaire, you would put how much you're prepared to pay each person, and then you would put how many people, and then it would sort of calculate the amount of money that would cost, and you do a swipe for it. And then when the answers start coming in, you see that in your activity privately, and you can export it into Excel and stuff like that. But with the answers, you can accept or deny them. Yeah. So if you feel that the person hasn't put in proof of work into their answer, which has happened a few times, you can deny that answer and they don't get paid. And if the person has put their heart and soul in, and they've given really good feedback, then you can obviously compensate them by pressing accept, to which at that point a money button payment will get released, and that will be considered as an answer. So it sort of ties into the whole Bitcoin thing of proof of work as well. It's expected from both sides. It's expected from the testers, and it's also expected from the businesses as well. So it's a nice little economy growing and sort of developing. Yeah,
I think what you've created there could potentially be an extremely valuable, really quick way to just get, if you've been working on an app that you want to, let's say it's near launch, and you're just like, look, I just want, because you can have your friends and your relatives testing your app, telling you that it's amazing, but if you're that close to launch and you're just like, look, I just want, another. I suppose a round of testing, just reassurance in a way. This would be absolutely perfect for that. It's just like, look, let's just do one more test on a fresh set of eyes, to a number of people, make sure everything is absolutely working as we want it to. This would be great. So it's almost like the sort of final hurdle sort of thing. You design it, test it, and do all that kind of stuff, and then go straight to BSV AppTesters just before launch.
Yeah, even if you're a brand, even if you're a business that's been in existence for 15 years and you think you've got it all right, what is wrong with twice a year making sure that you've got it all right through the eyes of your customers as well? And what might you find out through doing that research that could benefit your business in many, many different ways is also another question. So it's really for businesses at all stages in Bitcoin, Toshi. We want them to work. We want them to work. It's as simple as that. So we want to help iron out everything that we can communally. From people who use, excuse me, and have Bitcoin, that are there waiting to test because they care so much about these businesses. And it's for any business in the space, no matter what domain they're in, any feedback, even if it's, what do you think of our logo? What do you think of our brands? What do you think about the colors we've chosen? Because in the space, like I say, because we all like each other sometimes, like out in the open, it's easy to say you do a Twitter poll and everyone agrees with you. And and things like that. But behind closed doors, when you coax it out of people, the truth will come out. And it really has been, I think, quite beneficial to a couple of businesses so far. We've done a study on Twitch. There were some really interesting answers. We've given those answers to Twitch. Only then they have those answers. Maybe there's a few things that they can take from that. CoinGeek have just received the report that we've done. And even when I was reading the CoinGeek report, Toshi, it's very, very interesting. In fact, I might even, behind closed doors, actually share with you a copy because I think you'll find it very interesting. We looked at demographics. I think you will, because we looked at demographics of users, we looked at languages, we looked at education levels, we looked at age groups. So we sort of broke down the demographics at first, and then we went on to ask, I think it was about a good 28 questions on CoinGeek as a news source, including things like, how do they represent themselves on social media? What do you think about their videos, their presenters? Amazing feedback, Toshi. And yeah, I can't, I know it's my business, so I'm slightly biased, but I've really enjoyed the information that we have provided so far. And at the start of the show, you, my friend, you said about data and information. And that's exactly what BSV AppTesters is all about. Collating data and information that will help our space, Bitcoin BSV, move forward as it should.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing I would love to get involved in. One, just to get an insight into what's going on. But secondly, like I said, this experience that I had when I was trying to set up this Ethereum wallet, I was absolutely furious. I was like, this is crap. Like utter crap. I was like, somebody just has not thought of this through, probably due to lack of experience, I would have thought. Whereas in BSV, literally everything that I've used, in terms of, what's the word they use? Like being an intuitive app, just really basic. I was like, it's been fantastic. It's been fantastic. So yeah, this BSV AppTesters, I mean, yeah, I was going to say, if you want more money, you should go to the people who really need it. Say, look, well, thing is though, if you approach all these douchebags over on Ethereum, they're not even going to realise that they're douchebags. So they think they won't need it.
It's true, but on that subject, Toshi, what you can do, what anyone can do on our website, and this is what people don't understand at the moment, is that anybody can be a market research company on our website. Anybody is at liberty to do the research on that business and present that research to that business and ask for a price. If the price that's asked for and received exceeds the price that was paid for the research, then somebody has made profit. And we're hoping in the future that people are going to cotton on to this, because you, me, anybody. I said to the lads, I made them laugh the other day. I said, lads, if I wasn't involved in this business, I would have started my own market research company using this platform to facilitate that. It's possible, Toshi, because people don't, with things like Tonic Power, I'm quite cheeky. When you spend all your time playing with Bitcoin apps, you do find cheeky, not illicit ways, but cheeky ways where you can use these things. And the same things happened on I'm hoping the same thing will happen on the AppTesters, where people will look at it and go, well, hold on a minute, I can do some research here. Because anyone can. So why don't you do it, Toshi? Why don't you do some market research on this company, get specific feedback about the whole process that you went through, get it all confirmed with, 25, 50 people, whatever, a little sample, and then sell it to them, man. They might give you like 3 Ethereum for it.
Yeah, they probably do. I've been watching all these programs on DeFi, and like every single DeFi app is on Ethereum, which is why the gas prices are really high and Ethereum can't function. And Vitalik Buterin is already going on about, well, a real proposal of helping Ethereum being more functioning is to help prevent people from using it. That's what he actually said. Literally, it was just like core coin all over again. Just don't use it. Just don't use it. No spam transactions. Just let the big boys play. Don't use it for spam and all that kind of rubbish. Honestly, it was the BSV AppTesters website right in front of me now. And it's got 3 options here. It says businesses, elite testing team, pay-as-you-go testing, and testers. Earn as a tester. Can I click on to earn as a tester?
Click on to earn as a tester, Toshi.
There we go. Do I need to log in first, or will this earn as a tester just give me an overview of what's going to be needed?
It should prompt you into doing a money button login.
Oh, right. Yeah, great. Love it.
So it's pretty seamless, yeah?
Log in with money button.
And then you would put, if you're going on to answer surveys, then you would click on earn, because that's where the surveys are. But I think there's only 1 or 2 on there at the moment. I was going to put another one on there today, a really interesting one, Toshi, which actually I might discuss with you after this show, because I'm going to show you the list of questions and what it's all about. You're going to find it so exciting, seriously. Yeah, I've got some really amazing research coming that's going to be very, very beneficial to everybody, right? And yeah, I'll show you after the show, right? We'll have a quick look, because I've still got the spreadsheet open in front of me where I was working on it this morning.
All right, here we go. So I'm signed in here as Sir Toshi. This is good. So it says, musicians only, please give your 2 cents about Huobi as a new user feedback.
Yeah, so those are the 3 tests you can do that are available to you, 2 tests that you can do that are available to you.
Okay, and we've got post a job, earn, archive, my activity, and test packages.
Yeah, so if you did this market research on this company that you're very, very disappointed with, then you would receive those results in My Activity, which you would be able to export those results either onto a Word document or an Excel spreadsheet, something that you could manage in a business format and analyze and look at and get stuff out of, or even put in a format where you can actually present this to another business, a bit like what we have done for CoinGeek, you know. So that's what My Activity would do. The earn, I haven't got it in front of me, so I'm just going off the top of my head here, but I spend all day looking at the damn thing. So I kind of know it, but yeah, it's pretty simple to use, Toshi. It's a really good concept, and as you've already nailed on the head, it really is with a view to helping businesses come through and be successful. You know, that's literally what it's all about.
Right, yeah. But talking about being successful, have you got YouTube up in front of you?
I have, yes.
Is it still working? I'm getting messages here saying buffering, low output. A few viewers just dropped off, and then I think it stopped streaming for a little bit. I'm still recording it, so it doesn't matter. Oh no, I'm still recording it, so we can post it out later. That's all right.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, well, that's probably a bonus, man. That means people have to pay for it.
Oh, so there we go. Private test, does it work? Bugger report. That's funny. bug report. I said bugger report.
Yeah.
Hi, does this show up in your feed? Please answer when you have a moment. All right, cool. BSV transaction fees. Let's view on that. Let's have a look, see what this is. Here we go. Shows up. How does this show up on your feed? Please answer it when you have a moment.
Yes, that would be the Who Boy one that someone put on there today. I've only just noticed that one. So I think that's one where you have to sort of sign up to a platform and test it. Again, that's what we thought would start happening eventually, is that people might start using it to do external stuff.
Right, right.
You know, eventually we do have obviously big plans to go in that direction, Toshi, but we feel that with this 0.9 a week and where our passion lies is with the Bitcoin BSV apps, you know, so just to get things started, here we find ourselves, you know. It's I'm glad you like it, honestly, Toshi. I'm really glad you like it.
Yeah,
I'm really
it's
delighted
really good
about that.
It's
I'm
a great
glad
idea.
that you see the vision as well, and I'm so happy to hear that, Toshi, honestly.
Oh yeah, I can see we've got
delighted
Diddy in the chat box. She says, "Hello,
Yep.
Satoshi and Tramp. Hello."
Like the good old days, Diddy, isn't it?
It is.
Diddy,
The
Diddy, how you doing?
BSV channel is coming, mate. We need a name for ourselves. You know, Isaac Morehouse on the Numpties. He snubbed us. He goes, there was a
What do you mean
channel with
snubbed
they call themselves something like the Bitcoin Boys, whatever. And I was just like, you know, can I say that word? You know what was on the tip of my
It's your
tongue.
show, mate. Hey, I think they're fantastic lads. You know, really kudos to what they're doing, Toshi. I mean, it's very different to what we do. I mean, I must admit, I've fallen asleep a couple of times to their shows and woken up on the couch 4 hours later, wondering what day of the week it was. However, I think they're fantastic lads, Toshi. I think they're fantastic lads, and I really like the. I think his name is TK Coleman.
TK's the best lad out of all of
Lovely
them.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely guy, really smart guy. You know, people like him, Toshi, we really need them in BSV, I believe. And even Derek McGill, I remember him in BCH. He was always making a name for himself and very outspoken, very articulate person. So it doesn't surprise me that they're doing really well. And Isaac, great smile, great guy, you know, snubbed us.
Well, mate, talk about snubbing us,
Stephen.
mate. Just wait till I've already got Isaac, the picture of him, on my OBS screen. It's going to show up on YouTube any minute now. Like, check this out. This is what I picked up on. He was doing a video promoting Streamanity, saying about how he was going to do more work on it, and he changed his position on the chair and shuffled up a little bit, and he's wearing a B Crash t-shirt. Like, honestly, mate, I couldn't believe it.
You're joking.
No, mate, I'm seriously.
You're joking.
You'll see it on YouTube in just a second when it comes up.
Maybe it's vintage.
Well, let me just read the excuse that he had. He goes, it's a comfy t-shirt with historical value. I still wear one with the original now BTC logo. And I was just like, okay, I'm sure that response is similar to those provided by the parents of crack babies when asked why they smoke crack in their own homes. A practice encouraged by Roger Ver through the use and promotion of Bitcoin Cash. And then I found a quote by Roger saying, drug use is just the pursuit of happiness by biochemical means. Honestly, dear oh dear. That's all I can say on that one. You know, massive fail.
Massive.
But
Massive.
that is certainly not what this BSV AppTesters is going to be, because this looks
I can see him now.
Great. Yeah, there's just like
I see him now.
There's like about a 2-minute delay on YouTube when you're looking at it.
He didn't shave on that day, did he?
No. Well,
that bum fluff that bum fluff at the top could have gone, couldn't it?
Clearly wasn't thinking straight when he got up, because he put that t-shirt on. I mean, literally, I wouldn't even touch, especially if I was going to. Oh, right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit in front of a camera and talk about BSV, and I'll put a B Crash t-shirt on. Like, who does that? Seriously.
It's like wearing a KFC t-shirt and bragging about McDonald's, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, well,
you're upset. Hey, Toshi, you're obsessed with Roger Ver, aren't you? Eh?
Totally, mate. Totally.
You're obsessed with this guy, man. You can't leave him alone, can you?
I just can't believe how stupid he is. Honestly, I can't. You know, I mean, yeah, but I mean,
do you feel let down by him?
Oh, massively.
Hey, maybe we should. I've got an idea, Toshi. Maybe we should sort of finish on the AppTesters thing quickly, and then maybe start a new show where we can have a little chat about some of this Roger and that, if you want.
Mate, let's do it. That'd be great.
Do you want to do that? So yeah, just finish up on the AppTesters and that thing. Can I just say, right? I really appreciate you giving us the time to talk about that. You know, the lads who I'm working with. Can I just tell you who I'm working with as well at the moment?
Go for it.
Working with a guy called Andrew Condolin from Gemscape, and I just want to say a few words about him. Mm-hmm. He's a fantastic guy, right? He's only 24, 25 years old. He's very, very bright, Toshi. You know, every single thing that I've asked of him, he's shone and delivered. And you know, our website is buggy at the moment, as you would imagine, because it's quite new, right? Mm. So you know, there's things that we are still testing ourselves, but you know, working with Gemscape and Andrew Condolin, people who don't have coding skills in the future would be able to go to Gemscape and almost take an off-the-shelf business and start it. You know, that's what he's building at Gemscape. So this business that you're looking at here on the screen is actually built on Gemscape with Andrew Condolin.
All right,
yeah.
Great.
Right. Yeah, so and also I just wanted to say with Ben, I won't say his surname, he likes to keep himself to himself, Ben, but the other developer, Ben, fantastic, brilliant business experience, really good coder, again, really high work rate, you know, absolutely flat out. So yeah, well done, lads. Really enjoying this business so far, and you know, really enjoying being a part of it. And really appreciate you, Toshi, giving us the time to even talk about it. It's very, very kind.
That's all right. Whose concept was this BSV AppTesters? Was it a joint sort of like?
Yeah, it's mine. It was mine.
Right, great idea, mate.
Yeah.
Great idea.
It was my concept to start with, and I was working on it with a guy called Rodney, but he's sort of dropped out to do his own thing, etc. But it was my concept at the start, Toshi, and it was born out of spending all my time just testing these apps,
right?
You know, and just constantly playing with them. You know, you end up getting good at them, and you end up getting good at kind of like, oh, this could be better, or that could work slightly better and stuff. So if we have a bit of that in Bitcoin, Toshi, it just enhances our chance of this whole thing working. Would you not agree?
I would. Well, I said this the other day. It gets us across the line quicker.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It turns a little old lady into Usain Bolt.
Yeah, because I mean the fundamentals, and like we already know who's won the race, but it's tech that gets across the line.
Yeah,
in fact, do you know, it's similar to this hash war.
Yeah.
You know, because I remember. I think what me and you were, paying close attention to it when it was going on, and they were going, oh, this is going to be the hash war, and like. BCH came straight out the gate, taking all those however many megawatts from the Hoover Dam, all that kind of crap, And whenever their hash rate went up, like the BSV hash rate went down. I was just like, hold on a minute, what's all this about? And you could tell he was just like blatantly just playing with them, wasting their time. As soon as they brought their hash rate down, he'd BSV would get turned back up, and then BCH would be like, all right, let's turn ours right back up. And I was like, this has got nothing to do with the hash rate that we're looking at. That, like whoever it is that's in BSV, I think we know who's behind it now, knew exactly what was going on. It was hilarious,
Well, we're in the middle of the hash war now, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
It's still going on, and I love it. I love wars. I absolutely thrive on wars, Tosh. You do as well. We love a war. You're a bit of a Lewis Hamilton back in the day. You know that I love a war. And I think a lot of people in BSV are up for the war. I keep on meeting a lot of business people, and they're all up for it, Toshi. They're all up for it. They want to do their thing, make some money, be successful, and it's all on BSV. But I reckon we should conclude, Tosh, and start another one if that would be all right with you. I know it's your click and that, but
yeah, mate, fine by me. Do you want to any rounding up comments on the BSV app? Do you want to encourage people to get in and give it a go, sign up?
Yeah. Look, everyone, let me just say a final few words about BSV The BSV AppTesters.com is really designed to accelerate the process of Bitcoin businesses succeeding, and you as a tester get paid to test for your opinion. All the testers out there, you shouldn't be testing for free on Telegram, in my opinion. You should be getting to test because your time is also worth something. So all the time that you're giving up your opinion for free on Twitter and on Telegram, for me, you're shooting yourselves in the foot. Our testers get paid. Last week, if you'd have been aware to what was going on our website, you would have been able to earn $1.26 for about 25, 30 minutes work. Which would have been very, very straightforward. And we're hoping in the future that this will be more. So you guys, if you hear people asking for opinions, encourage them to come and drop it on BSV App Testers. Secondary to that, Toshi, what we're finding is that when people are being paid to give their opinion, guess what happens to the quality of their opinion and the work rate they put into a survey? Well, it goes up. So you're giving businesses better feedback by getting paid, right?
Yeah.
So all the businesses out there, you've heard what I've just said about the testers. All it needs now is for you to come on there and have a look and put a few tests out there. You can test features, you can test your entire site, you can test the user experience,